Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today I've got a kit that a lot of folks have anticipated coming out, and I'm happy to see it out as well. And that is the Round 2 release of the old MPC 1971 Dodge Demon. And the old box art. Check this thing out here. Build one of two hot versions, either stock or drag. And it actually looks pretty cool here on the box art. Ooh, ah. And here, big old Demon decal. Ooh, ah. We'll look at the decal sheet when we get in there. It's got the twin hood scoop, so let's get into this thing. The first thing I see is it looks like a retooled body from the original Demon. Now, like 4 years ago, I put out a video on a Dodge Dart build, and on part 2 of that, there's a resin bodied Demon that I do. I've had a couple of resin bodied Demons that are recast off the original, but the one thing that the original didn't have was the proper this area here, this lip. To get it correct, you had to buy a Dart Swinger model. There was one that was a wheelie stander that was perfect for that. But this looks great. Have your little Pentastar molded right there. So yeah, this looks really good. Nice job on the retooled body. But I'm gonna tell you, from what I already know of this kit, that's where the coolness pretty much stops till you get to the decal sheet. Decal sheet is cool on this, but let's look at the rest of the plastic, shall we? Okay. First off, we have the good old small block engine from back in those days. Yeah, not my favorite battery. The intake looks interesting though. Kind of looks like a high-rise intake. That's good. The wheel backs look pretty good. We've got a decent option here on a custom steering wheel. I like that. That's good. Nice and crisp on the molding. So I gotta hand that to them. I think this is the correct pattern for a Demon interior, if I recall correctly. I'd have to verify that, but this is a little different than the Dart kit, so I like that. I got the mandatory console though, and have no option there. You just got a console whether you like it or not. And the dashboard looks okay. This tub here for the chassis, you've got to mold it in drive line. Okay, could have done a little better there, but it'll work. Your engine compartment on your chrome tree. Let's see what we got here. On your chrome tree, you've got an option of Krager SS and just the stock rally wheels. Chrome looks nice. You've got both side mirrors, which is good because that was an option to have both of them. That's good. And the shifter actually looks really, really nice. So far I'm semi-impressed. the hood. Seen this one a couple of times. Hood looks great. You've got some little pilot holes there you can drill if you want to put the scoop on. Check this out. Here's your 71 grill. And it looks pretty good. Looks like a 71 grill. Fortunately, I have resin cast to 72, which would be my preference. I'm not going to take this out of the glass, but look at this. Side windows, yay. Kind of have to have them on this, on a on a Dart or a Demon. Your tail lights, your backup lights, nice and clear. Headlights, that all looks really good. I'm liking this kit. Metal axle. And let's see here, somewhere I put my knife. That one didn't work. Let's try the sharp knife. Yay. Let's look at all the tires we got here. Okay, so these, I like the tires. I'll just tell you that. Round 2 has done a really good job, I think, in trying to replicate some really nice tires. The old ones were okay, but they had these raised white letters that in reality would have been like that, and they weren't white letters. You had to paint them. But these are nice and hollow, which is good, and the pad printing on them. You got Firestone white ovals, got 4 of those, and Firestone drag 500s for the back end. Okay, well, Round 2, I think you did a good job here. Just what I'm seeing so far. Is there some things I would have liked to seen different? Yeah, but you know what? This is after all, this is an old MPC kit, so not bad. Not horrible, I should say. Here we have the horrible. The rear end, half rear end that's molded in to the leaf springs and half of your exhaust system. Unfortunately. And your firewall, which isn't anything to write home about. Although the valence looks good, the front valence does look good and correct. It's that same crappy small block engine that they've put out so many times. Just get the 340 Duster kit. This is Revell, whoever makes it. But the 340 Duster kit, take the engine out of that, because this thing, forget it. More engine parts. It looks like we've got some kind of sort of bolt-on traction bar-ish type things. But more engine parts. Here's your hood scoops. Very nice. And your seat inserts for the back of the seats. You got a nice looking wing here for the back end and part of an exhaust. So good. No options for headers or anything like that, unfortunately. Like I said, this engine is what I'm going to do with my engine. I've got better ones, or I can get better ones. Okay, here's your instructions. Building the horrendous engine, getting the tires and wheels on, your interior, which is simple. I do like simple interiors, I must admit. Suspension and engine compartment, getting all your parts on your body and your tail lights and stuff. Looks to be a pretty easy build. and then your decal placement. So we haven't looked at the decals yet, but I do like the options that you have. These two different, particularly this one here that's kind of a faded. I like that one. I've actually seen that one on some 340 Demons that I really like that. And the proper surround here on the decals. So way to go. The decals, yeah, awesome. Like it. Let's take a look and see where my decals are. They're in this big sheet right here. So I'm glad to see, you guys know that I'm not usually pretty complimentary of Round 2. But the more that they retool, the more that they replace, the more I like. The body here is excellent. The tires are excellent. The decals are excellent. So, you know, we're getting there. Look at these. Look at this up here by the valence. The, you know, windshield wiper cutouts right here. You've got this, I guess you got to paint the middle of the hood, and then you got the fade here. The dashboard, that's awesome. Not just the instruments, but the wood grain on it itself. But you also have, if you just want to do the instruments, you've got that option. You got black stripes or white stripes. And of course all these cool racing type stripes. But here you got Demon 340 all over the place. So you'll definitely be putting those on. Okay, there you go, and that's it. That's the kit. So yes, I'm recommending, of course, if you want a Demon, you got to get this, or you go with the resin version. And the resin kit body isn't as good as this one, so this is nice. I like that. This will be fun. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us today. Hope this was helpful for those of you who want to get this kit. Definitely worth the price as far as I'm concerned. And we'll get building this thing here pretty quick and see what we make out of it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.